This is the most culture shock thing I've ever seen here in the US. The toilet's door gap is so wide for what? I already locked the door, but the gap is still as wide as the gender pay gap. When you're taking a piss, you can kind of see who's waiting outside of the toilet. What happened to the privacy that you guys wanted so bad? So I looked it up. There are a few different answers to avoid inappropriate behavior. You guys can't wait until you go home, is it? Air ventilation, but there's some space on the top. The only valid reason is like, oh, maybe someone is in a distress, you can help them, whatever.
Cultured, shocked, but okay. Stay safe, America.
Hi.
Hi.
And how are you?
I'm good. And how are you?
Yes.
Some weather we're having, huh?
Oh, and it is nice, and the birds.
And animals. I love animals. Yeah.
Bro, can someone tell me how people shit in America? So the first time I came to America, I flew for 26 hours and I didn't poop for the entire time because I cannot poop on airplanes. So I got off the plane and I was like, I need to find a fucking toilet right now. So I just walked to the cubicle and I see some feet sticking out the side. And there was like a 2-centimeter gap between the door. I mean, I could literally see the guy. And I was like, hell no. I mean, in other countries, you get a private little room. You got a door and walls that go all the way to the ceiling. An entire person could just crawl underneath there. How do you guys do this? If you have any tips, please let me know.
I swear to you, there were so many black fine ass women sundressed like it's fucking summer.
Are they the cars?
Nah, that.
This is why Americans are fat. One American eats this in one sitting.
The average American can eat all of this in 5 minutes.
One American eats this in one heaping tablespoon.
One American drinks this in one lunch period.
One American drinks 10 of these a day.
One American has used all of this to wipe their bum.
One American drinks all of this in 2 minutes.
This is the average American snack after dinner.
And 7 of these is the average American child breakfast.
The average American eats this in 30 minutes.
I'm gonna tell you something funny. Okay, you know how many days girls work here?
No.
2-3 days maximum.
Really?
Really, and that's like maximum. How many days do you girls work? I don't know if you work.
5.
5 days? We in Europe, we work less. Men, they don't work more than 4 days.
Really?
And we also in the States, for example, you're finished after work, they still call you. Right? Say, oh, can you do this? Can you send me this email, right? Is it true?
Yes.
That's actually illegal, yeah?
On the weekend and at night, they will call you. Yes.
That's actually illegal here. Did you know that?
Crazy.
Thanks God we don't have that.
You have to laugh so you don't cry. Oh my God. Honestly, we have to laugh so we do not cry.
Too much. You
We
got like a place where
are
you can,
slaves in the United States.
You can
We are
send them
slaves.
like proof, and they.
So if your boss calls you at night, you could go file a complaint with the labor
You need to
department.
have proof.
Yeah.
You send it to them, and they file a claim, and you get like 3,000, 2,000. And if they kick you out of your work because you did that, you still get money.
You could sue them.
Because
Are you
yeah.
serious?
No, suing is fucking expensive, but you can file a claim. It's like you go
That's
there, it's like a
crazy.
10-minute judge talk, and the judge says, okay, this is it, and that's it.
Wow.
For example, my girlfriend, she only works like 2.5 days.
Wow.
And that's like common, it's not like something special. They
Well,
have,
I
like,
love
the,
that. I love that. I love that. Love that for them.
But if you have the, I didn't know, but you guys in the States, you go
Universal health care. Yeah. Our family and friends work 7 days sometimes. Yeah.
If you work 7 days here, one time a guy from my age, he said, how many days do you work? I said 7 days. He literally called me slave. He said, you are a modern day slave.
Oh my gosh.
And you'll tip me $0, then $3 of that will come out of my money.
How does Texas Roadhouse pay you?
They pay us $2.13 an hour.
Okay, and then they'll match to minimum if you don't make that in tips, right?
Yes. That really happens though. So we make minimum wage if we work to make that.
If you didn't get tips to cover from that to minimum.
Yes.
So then how does tipping out work? So a lot of people don't know this.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we take 3% of our sales sales, and that's split amongst the bussers and the hosts. So if the table tips you and doesn't tip you anything at all, then that'll come out of our personal money. Does that make sense?
So if it was like the whole night was like $1,000 worth of food sold, you have to pay 3% of that out of your tips.
Yes. Honestly, all restaurants are like
And
that. So technically, say y'all's tab was like $100, and y'all tipped me $0, then $3 of that would come out of my money.
So if we don't, so we shouldn't tip you anything.
I mean, I would pay to serve y'all, but I mean, y'all were fun, so it would be okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I just seen a guy with a gun. It's a real gun. I just seen a school bus. Big yellow bus. I never see before. I just see today. I'm in the corner. Miles per hour? What? What's happened? Okay, I'll call ambulance. Why?
You guys have to pay for the ambulance?
It stops?
Well, yeah.
Why can't I take it out?
You're not allowed to.
Come with me to American 7-Eleven for the first time. 7.49ドル 焼きそばマンゴー見て Oh my gosh.
Wow. Look at those. I think they're getting ready for something.
It's making me exciting when I see people experiencing their culture shock. They're experiencing their moments the first time they step in America. Now, if you're someone who grew up in Europe, you probably think you understand America, right? You have watched the movies and you have also seen the TV shows. You know what a red solo cup looks like. But nothing, absolutely nothing prepares you for the sensory overload of actually landing in the United States for the very first time. And it is a completely different universe, masquerading as a familiar one for the Europeans and even the Asians. Now today, we are breaking down the ultimate culture shocks that every European experiences the second they step foot on American soil. What I've realized that there's the distance illusion. Like people think that when you're traveling to, let's say, Dallas to New York, you think that it's just a short distance where you can just come here on Saturday and eat up your friend and tell him, man, I need to hit you up. I want to see you tomorrow. No, that can be a 14-hour drive. And if you're not careful, if you think that the map actually lies to you, then you are in a big troubles. Now you'll find that the European notoriously miscalculated this, that they map out and internally thinking, oh, we just pop down from New York to Miami for the weekend. You want that. That is a 14-hour drive. And unless you are in an handful of major cities like New York or Boston, and you quickly realize you cannot walk anywhere. And if you're someone who thinks I'm lying, then the Americans actually have. In America, the car is usually the king, and the pedestrian is just an anomaly person, right? So we have the retail check. When you go to supermarkets, walking into a massive grocery stores, you find that there is a super center for the first time, and it's generally a spiritual experience. Like the aisles go for actually miles. You don't just find eggs and milk. You find an entirely wall dedicated solely to 50 different flavors of potatoes, chips, and oranges. And you even didn't know existed, right? Now, the real shock is usually happens at the cash register. Like, you look at the price tag and you count out your cash, then the cashier rings it up that the price is at the, like, because the sale tax is usually not included in display. So it is added at the end of you as a surprise quiz, right? So you're just standing there thinking that you are going to pay something like $5, only to realize that you're going to pay something like almost 43. It is just a surprising shock for you. Now then we have the the dining dynamics and the tipping pressure. Of course, you know, Americans have embraced that tipping pressure. And speaking of paying for things, like, let's talk about dining out, right? Restaurant culture in the US is a complete flip from the Europe and, let's say, the Asians. In Europe, a waiter brings you a food, leaves you alone for 2 hours, and you practically have to hunt them down to pay the bill. And in America, the service is hyper attentive. Like, your waiter introduces themselves by name, asks how your day is going, and refills your glass with 5 pounds of ice and water before even you have taken a sip. At first, it feels incredibly welcoming, right? But then the anxiety kicks in because you remember the tipping system. In Europe, you leave a couple of euros in service. Like, it is great. And America, you are just expected to add 15, 20, or even 25% to the bill, because that tip is how the staff actually makes a living. It turns dinner into a high-stake math problem where you are terrified of accidentally offending the person who just brought you unlimited free fills. Then we have the social and the script. There is the social interaction, and you know, Americans are usually loud, incredible, sensitive, and, let's say, the aggressively friendly. So when a cashier looks at you and asks, "How are you doing today?" with a massive smile, and, let's say, the European culture, the natural instinct is to freeze and wonder, like, why does this stranger care about my well-being? What do they want from me? That's European. Now, it takes a few days to realize that it is just an social script, that they don't actually want a detailed breakdown of their essential dread. It is just their version of saying hello. So once you lean into it, it's actually a kind of nice, and you start matching their energy, smiling back, and suddenly you are high-fiving the baristas, right? So the ultimate experience American for the first time is just a lesson realizing that just because two cultures speak the same language doesn't mean that they operate the same way. And America is a grand, chaotic, overwhelming, and wildly hospitable all at once. If you ever made the trip across the Atlantic, what was the one thing that completely blew your mind? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, of course.
What's the biggest culture shock with America versus the UK is that in the UK, if you say excuse me to someone, it's kind of like a rude thing. I made eye contact with a girl and we were both on the same row in the charity shop here, and so obviously I was already going to let her pass because we'd made eye contact, I knew she was there, but she still says excuse me. But like in the UK, excuse me would be like, excuse me, you're in my way, whereas here they just say it regardless of even if you know that they're there. I don't know how to explain it, but it's happened quite a few times and I always get taken aback. I'm like, are they being rude? But they're literally just, I think that's just not normal here.
Walmart. Wow. Look at those. I think they're getting ready for something. Fucking heat in Texas. Huh. What the hell? Wow. You gotta cool down with that shit. There's only one. There's probably thousands of those fans. And the air conditioned. Huh. Wow.
3 American things that I just don't understand. Number 3. Why is your money all the same color? You literally have to read the number to tell which one's which. I don't have time for that. Our money in Australia is color coordinated, which makes it 1, a lot prettier, and 2, so much easier to find the amount that you need. Number 2. Why are your bathroom stall gaps so big? Listen, when I'm taking a shit, I don't like to lock eyes with other people. It is so bloody creepy. I might as well just have the door wide open, because it seems like everybody wants to have a look at how I'm going. Number 1, why is there so much water in your toilets? Mate, I feel like I'm shitting into a pool. There's just way too much. When I go to clean myself, I shouldn't be worried that I'm going to dip my hand underwater. So if you value your life, less toilet water, mate.
What are you doing?
Just looking for change for the toilet.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's free.
Yeah?
Yep.
Right?
Oh, careful.
Oh, it doesn't stay on?
No. Aren't you gonna tip?
What is this?
no.
What the?
Yo, what are you doing?
I'm just drying my clothes.
We have a drying machine here.
A what?
You know, a machine that dries your clothes.
Oh, is that quicker? Why is it so confusing? I don't even know if I'm obeying the law. Where is everyone?
What do you mean?
There's no one walking in the streets.
Well, everywhere's too far to walk.
This is normal here.
That's completely normal, man. You're not gonna tip? What, man? They're not the same.